Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Ethan Next Gamer, and today I want to talk about something. I want to talk about basically, for those who don't know, Netflix games and the comparisons that had Xbox Game Pass and Apple Arcade. And I want to say whether or not find it true or not, whether or not I think they can compete. But yeah, so let's talk about it. So, for those who don't know, Xbox Game Pass and Apple Arcade have existed for several years, many years before Netflix games even became a thing. Now, obviously, for those who don't know, Netflix games is obviously a mobile focused game service, and obviously that's where the comparisons to Apple Arcade have come in. Now, Apple Arcade obviously allows you to download a library of about 200 plus games to a Apple TV box, a Mac, or an iPhone. Whilst Netflix games allows you to download games to iOS or Android. And when you can bring Xbox Game Pass, which makes things a lot more complicated because obviously with Xbox Game Pass you can download games to your PC, your console, or you can stream them to your PC or console or your mobile device or a smart TV now if you have a Samsung Smart TV. Now, what does this mean? Well, to me, I think that we're in a really good position where now we could potentially see Netflix need to bulk up because obviously people making comparisons, basically saying, "Wow, Netflix games isn't Game Pass. Netflix games isn't Apple Arcade and has not enough games." And I got to admit, to me there is a content problem because Netflix games are still starting out. It's still not a major player. It's not a major game platform. And obviously, the biggest problem to me is basically, well, Netflix games is just that. It's Netflix games. It's not a major draw at the minute because obviously there's not many games on Netflix games. It's also mobile only. It's not on PC and it's not on cloud yet. So that's the big thing. Now, obviously, we need to see Netflix do cloud gaming in order for them to keep up with some of their competitors. Now, we also need to see Netflix, in my opinion, go big. Netflix needs to go big and make some more studio acquisitions in 2023 and whenever they can to try and expand what they can offer. Obviously, for those you don't know, my most viewed video on my channel currently is obviously a video talking about Atari and why Netflix should buy Atari. Now, I feel that that's one stepping stone. I also feel like Netflix should go after companies like Team 17 or Tiny Build, who are small indie game publishers who can offer more variety, more options to Netflix games, as well as Netflix going after independent studios like PlayStation Studios to offer more content to its customer base. Will they go for any of them? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I don't run Netflix, so so I can't say. Now, personally, to me, I feel like Netflix's comparison to Game Pass and Apple Arcade are just because it's a subscription service which offers games. Now, for those who don't know, there are many subscriptions like that. You've got PS Plus, and then Switch Online, Xbox Game Pass. You've got stuff like what was it, Antstream Arcade. You've got obviously Apple Arcade. There's quite a lot. Now, to me, Netflix Games is in a unique position because obviously it's got Netflix behind it, and Netflix is one of the few companies that could arguably enter the gaming space and dominate. And personally, to me, I do hope they do dominate. I do want to see Netflix keep growing, keep pushing Netflix games. I've also got a series of videos coming out at the minute talking about IPs I think Netflix could easily adapt into video games and easily allow them to, become a bigger player. But that I'm not entirely sure. I hope so. I hope we see stuff like Knives Out slash Glass Onion made into a game, Extraction made into a video game, you know, Red Notice into a video game, you know, even videos I haven't made up yet on other IPs and stuff like the Roald Dahl catalog. I reckon Netflix could easily keep up. Netflix could easily become a bigger player in gaming if they just keep investing, keep expanding. But the comparison to Game Pass at the minute are kind of awkward because obviously Game Pass has been on the market since 2017, and whilst Netflix games does have exclusive games and has games developed for them by Netflix first party studios, they're still quite small. Netflix games are still sort of indie studios, whilst Microsoft has these massive teams of hundreds of people. Most of the teams within Netflix games are about like 60 people. So there's a huge pay disparity between the two. Not pay disparity, but there's a huge dev disparity because there's obviously a lot more devs on Microsoft's side and there is obviously Netflix's side due to how big each company is. And personally, to me, I feel like I don't know, but I feel like Netflix is getting compared to Xbox Game Pass and Apple Arcade just because they're all in the same market. They're not the same product. In fact, Netflix, you can argue that Netflix games has the potential to be even bigger because it's part of Netflix. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. Do you think Netflix games' comparisons to Xbox Game Pass and Apple Arcade are unfair? Do you think it's fair? Let me know your thoughts. You know, I've been even a Netflix gamer. Yeah, like I said, let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. And I'll see you next one. Peace.